Hi Scorpios, welcome to my channel. My name is Danny. This is going to be your March general reading, and I'm not going to talk too much, but I just do want to remind you it is general. It's not going to apply to everybody. That's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, go ahead and check out your moon or rising. I definitely suggest rising. I feel like that's going to be even more helpful than your moon, personally. And yeah, let's pull these cards and then we'll discuss after and see what this month is looking like for you guys, okay? Okay, starting out, we've got Page of Pentacles. With the Sun. This is good, guys. So far, cute little start. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Beautiful. With the King of Cups. Nice. That's you. King of Cups. Cup energy, you guys. Okay, so love and relationships. We've got Three of Wands. With the Moon. And the Emperor. And the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. Four of Swords. Hold on, let me move these up because this is just like in the way. Sorry. With the Hermit. Libra got the Hermit in the same exact spot. We'll discuss that later. Well, that flipped right over. Queen of Wands. Four of Cups. What? Bottom of the deck. Four of Pentacles. What? Okay. I'm going to pull a love card from Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels. Worth waiting for. Okay, and then I'm going to pull another advice card from the Messages from the Fairies from Doreen Virtue as well. Perfect timing. Cute. Okay. Just looking at this, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So we've got some big changes coming up, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if you guys know, but March is going to be a heavy month anyways, because we've got the full moon kicking off on the 1st. Full moon in Virgo, and then we've got the new moon, which I believe is on the 17th of March, and then following right after that, March 22nd, I believe, is going to be Mercury going back into retrograde. So that's always a doozy as well, right? So bottom of the deck, you guys have Four of Pentacles. So I feel like it's going to be a month of either saving finances or just keeping things to yourself. Now the pentacles always usually represent like monetary things, like tangible things, you know, money, stuff like that, money, even your health, stuff like that. But I really feel like overall it's kind of a month where you will be saving up towards things, but I kind of feel like your feelings will be a little bit withdrawn. And I feel like you'll kind of be keeping things a little bit to yourself, right? But let's get into this read and kind of see where that takes us. So starting off with work and finance, we've got Page of Pentacles and the Sun. That is beautiful. That is how you want to start off your work and finances. So Page of Pentacles. That is a message of new things coming in. This is new beginnings, especially when it comes to the work world. Remember, it's Pentacle, so that's all about the monies, honey. And that's really good because, okay, so you guys have the Sun with it. So I feel like whatever it is, if there's some new communication about some new work projects, maybe you guys want to start like your own company. I feel like you guys are going in the direction of really having success with that, right? I feel like there definitely have probably been hurdles that you guys are trying to overcome, whether it's getting contracts right, getting the right people on board, you know, making sure you have all your resources, making sure you have all the information, making sure you are the go-to person for that job or whatever. And, you know, I think there's been a lot of in the past kind of getting over this hurdle to kind of get to this point, getting over behind this brick wall. But I do feel like the sun is shining on you guys, and I feel like it is a really good month for you in terms of work and any creative projects you may be having. Now, you may be running into someone who's an earth sign. Maybe the people that you're working with in these particular projects are earth signs, because we're getting a lot of pentacle energy. Remember, we get the 3 of Pentacles too. So Spirit is telling you to focus on working with others, being open to maybe new ideas. See, these are like the 3 most unlikely people to ever do work with each other. You've got like a priest, you've got you've got an architect, I think a monk or something, and a jester. Anyways, they're obviously not within the same crew, right? But they're all coming together to work on this masterpiece together, and success is happening. So I think Spirit's telling you with this new project that you're trying to create, or this new venture you're trying to do, whether it's a new position, new job, new whatever, be open to working with people, be open to other people's ideas, be open to creative suggestion, and be open to, creative suggestion. You guys are really creative people. But I feel like what it's saying is, you know, we're not all the best at everything, right? So like maybe where you're good on the creative and artistic front, like you can have someone who handles the books or something, because like that's what you despise doing and maybe it's not your best, or whatever. But I think that this month you're going to want to really be open to ideas, open to, I think you're really open to ideas and open to working with new people. Really put yourself out there, okay, in terms of work, and really show, put your best foot forward. And then that'll make you guys come into your own energy. King of Cups. So King of Cups, this is obviously you guys. It's water, right? You guys are a water sign. So this could be another water sign person coming in and helping influence and making this move even bigger. But overall, this energy, this is a kind-hearted king. He's loving. He's patient. He's emotionally mature. Meaning, even if you guys go through your hurdles, your ups and downs, like this guy knows how to ride the wave. Look, he's literally riding on water on his throne, which who could do that other than the king, right? So I feel like you guys got some really exciting things happening, or at least popping up. Very beginning stages in March. And I say very beginning stages because we've got the Page of Pentacles, right? So that's like, it's, if you're talking about it in terms of a person, that's young energy. We normally refer to that as, oh, like a teenager. It's a young person, a kid, something like that. So in terms of this, I feel like it's young projects, like early starts of projects, right? But I feel like you guys are going to have really good success as long as you're open-minded, kind of accepting ideas and criticism, constructive criticism from other people that you know have your best interests at heart, right? And I feel like that will bring you guys straight into your energy where you're feeling on top and like the best, most powerful version of you guys, which is your King of Cups energy, right? So, in terms of love, we've got Three of Wands with the Moon. So, Three of Wands. Wands, wands, wands. So, remember, Three of Wands follows Two of Wands. Two of Wands is like where we're deciding between something. Am I going to go east or west, north, south, whatever, what I'm going to do, right? You're looking out into the world. The guy's holding the globe and he's deciding, right? It's like where you make the decision. Three of Wands is like where you're like, okay, I made the decision and I'm about to roll with it, right? So, and then we've got the Moon with that. Which, if we're talking in terms of people, this could be a Pisces. I also think about it as a Cancer. I also think about it in terms of you guys too, right? Because you got the Scorpio right there. But overall, the energy speaks of evolving slowly, right? Because the Moon is never the same any day, right? It's always changing. It's constantly evolving. Always, always, always. It's a cycle, repetitive cycle. But also, it speaks a lot to secrets. I feel like maybe you guys have met someone new, or not met someone new, because I feel like you kind of decided that you're going to go one way with a person, but I feel like for now you're keeping it under wraps for whatever reasons, right? And this person could be an emperor. I mean, could be an emperor. Well, you know what I mean. This person could be an Aries, right? But really, I just feel like you guys have decided to try to move into a direction, right? Feel like you're keeping it, a lot of you guys are keeping it to yourselves, and because what you're trying to do is you're trying to gain authority over your life, right? You're kind of weighing your options to kind of see exactly what you want to do with it, but it's like you want to be the deciding factor, right? You're the person who's going to be dominant over this, right? It's like you are looking at the situation and you are making all the decisions that make sense to you, because what you're looking for at the end of the day is the Ten of Pentacles, right? That's abundance all around. That's happy wife, happy life. That's happy, good stacked money. We're money connected. This is just really all around abundance in every way. And abundance doesn't just have to do with money, right? So I feel like you guys, Spirit's really talking to you to take authority over your life right now in terms of your love life. Do what works for you. Now, you guys can be really secretive. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it depends on the context in which you're being secretive about. But I feel like you guys being secret in this case, if that is the case for you guys, I feel like it's because you're trying to protect something, not because you're trying to hide and like be scandalous. I feel like it's almost like a lot of you, I feel like you found like this person that you feel like you connect with, and you kind of want to go forward and kind of talk further and see what that's talking about, but you kind of don't want to tell a bunch of people because like almost like that fear, like if you do, then you have a bunch of people trying to get on their line too. You know what I mean? Because there's always a hater somewhere. But I feel like you guys are really taking control over that. And you're like, you know what? No, I really like this person and I really want to see where it goes. And I don't want anybody to ruin it for me. So I'm just going to, let's just keep this to us right now until it gets to a place where, obviously we're going to talk about it. Like, but I feel like for a lot of you singles, if this is the beginning stages of something, that's kind of what it's looking like. And it could turn into a Ten of Pentacles situation, where you're feeling abundant all around. Either way, you're going to feel abundant all around. Whether you decided to kind of be on your own and just evolve on your own, which could be a lot of you, right? Three of Wands, you made the decision, okay, I want to do for myself right now. Okay, and, I'm going through this evolving stage because I got to do for me, right? I got to do for me. I'm focused on the business stuff or whatever. And so, I'm taking authority of my life and, I'll write my life the way I want it to be written. But maybe, everyone's idea of a Ten of Pentacles doesn't look the same. Everyone's happily ever after, or like their idea of abundance and happiness isn't the same. Some people want to live in a mansion. Some people want to live in a penthouse. Some people want to live in an apartment. Some people like a condo. Some people like to live in a rural, whatever. It's everyone's idea is the same. And I really feel like you guys are kind of breaking the mold as far as being like, no, I know what's typical, but I'm going through this change right now. And for me, what works better for me is this way. Either way, I feel like you guys are really taking authority over your love life. And that's a really good thing, right? But there could be an Aries involved. There could be a Pisces involved, or a Cancer, or another Scorpio, or an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So many options. It's general. I don't even like to get into the, ooh, it's this, that, because it's general, right? But the point is that Spirit's telling you to focus on what it is you want and to be that dominant person and to really make the decisions that are going to work best for you, not necessarily what other people are worried about for you, right? So, Four of Swords with the Hermit. I feel like you guys are in a really contemplative place. Again, this takes me back to the moon, I'm thinking, because this is like we're evolving, right? We're in this place where we know we're going through a change, a slow, gradual change, growing up or whatever, right? And then this just kind of speaks to that as well. This is all about the truth seeker. This is a Virgo card, so there could be a Virgo in your life that is significant in some way. But Virgo is really about going to be by yourself, not because you're like trying to feel bad for yourself and stuff, but more because you're trying to figure out what works for you. And again, it's funny because it reminds me of when I was talking about the Emperor and like taking authority of your life, and maybe the picture that you think, maybe your picture perfect idea of this 10 of Pentacles looks different from how you were raised to think it's supposed to look or whatever. But I think the point is you guys are really going in. This month is really big, I feel like, on detoxing things that don't work for us, figuring out, what we're going to do next. So I feel like you guys are really taking the time to sit back and meditate, rest and chill, chill your thoughts. That's your only sword card you got, which is actually really good. I hate that swords are like mostly not good cards because I'm a sword suit. So I'm just like, damn, that's all right. But it's fine. But I really feel like overall, this month is really a month of reflection. Okay? And again, you could be keeping it to yourself. Four of Pentacles, Moon. You could be keeping all this stuff to yourself. Right? To yourself. So, Spirit tells you to focus on Queen of Wands. That means Spirit is telling you to focus on your creativity, your creative endeavors, your passion projects. It could be your work, right? The Queen of Wands, whenever she pops up, it's telling you to be creative, right? But really it's telling you that whatever you go towards with passion and the right mindset, you will be successful no matter what. Like that's what she's all about. She's successful, right? She's all about that action. She makes things happen. The thing why she makes it happen is she doesn't do anything she doesn't want to do. She does what she's moved to do. And that's really the difference in it all. And it's important that you find that, because if you don't, then you'll end up like this guy, right? Being dissatisfied. But what's better is another way to look at this is this guy is like, you know what? I've taken this time out. I'm sitting by this tree. I've got all my cups. And you're trying to offer me this one and I don't even need it because I got all these three over here. You know what I mean? So I really feel like this is you guys turning around what doesn't work for you. Like I said, detoxing. This is a month of detox. Letting go of the cups that aren't the cups you want. So, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. So if you are feeling a little bit impatient, if you are feeling a little anxious, just know that whatever's happening, whether you are this person who, is kind of keeping, your new relationship, situationship under wraps, or if you're this person who is, deciding to kind of move away from traditional, whatever, traditional ideas of happiness. I just really feel like whatever's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. And it's going, like, at the end, you're going to feel like, ugh, I'm glad this happened. I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I didn't do this. I'm glad I didn't make that decision. I'm glad I didn't move on an impulse. Like, it's all about just trusting the divine timing, like it says, right? And then it's like reiterated, because what does this say? Perfect timing, right? So this is the right time for you to move forward. And I think that's in general, but really, especially with these work projects, you guys have some beautiful things in the workplace coming up if you just keep an open mind and keep your networks open, right? You guys are really good at networking with people, so just keep the communications open, keep the networks open, and use your heart, which you guys are good at, right? Use your intuition, which you guys are good at. It doesn't say that. It doesn't even need to say that, because you guys are good at that. You know what's up. But just know that everything is working out the way it's supposed to, the perfect timing it's supposed to. And if it feels really hard this month, just know that it's just a phase. Everything is temporary, right? You know, sometimes it doesn't feel good to have to let go of things. Sometimes it doesn't feel good to have to open ourselves up to new things. But in the end, it's always for the greater good, right? So that is your March. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in April. Bye.